Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Witcher, Episode 3. The roof is on fire. Sorry for the slight downtime that we've experienced. There's been just chaos and nightmarishness. We are back and here and ready to finish the story for the most part. So, when last we met, as you had been outside the pub, you had investigated the loss of the mayor in the village of Ashburg. You'd gone back into the pub to give your findings, and some soldiers had come through. I believe Redanian soldiers, if not mistaken. And they had a prisoner with them. Who you discovered was Hala, the estranged love interest of our lovely Witcher Cazamor. You freed her, and a fight broke out. And in order to provide a distraction, our mage, Era, lit the stable on fire. Which worked. It definitely provided a distraction. But once you got Hal out of the cage, Cazamor, you saw that she had been dosed up full of Witcher potions and was pretty close to dying.
Mm-hmm.
A magical effect was kicked off, and you'll have to forgive me, I'm not quite sure what kicked it off. I believe you gave her a potion. There was a...
I was told to give her Swallow,
Yes,
and apparently
you told
that triggered an effect that someone had put on her that flashbanged us, basically.
It did. Basically, rendered the room unconscious. Does that sound about fair, accurate, and right as to where we had left off?
Sounds right to me.
Pretty accurate, yeah.
It
Excellent.
says, my notes say, everyone passes out when a bright light appears.
Yeah. All right. So, you have all lost consciousness. Cazamor, you start to hear the like the babbling of a brook before you see anything, and you can, at first it's blackness, and then you start to get that sort of reddish hue to your vision of your eyes being closed in sunlight, and you feel wetness on your forehead.
I'll try to touch it and then potentially sniff it
Right,
without opening my eyes.
You reach up and touch, and you feel a very familiar hand holding like a wet cloth. Thought I'd
Who's
lost you
there?
there. Me,
Mm.
Hala. I thought I'd lost you there.
What happened?
A booby trap, I guess you could say, that Triss set up for me.
And the others?
Oh, they're in the cart, and she helps you set up, and you see a cart. You've got your horses attached to it. The others are all kind of passed up and piled in the cart. But you do notice that Michelle is gone.
Where's the bard?
The dwarf took him inside. I didn't have a chance to get a hold of him.
He's probably safer in there.
Aye. But you had this in your pocket, so I figured we'd come in this direction. Hands you the map. She points over up the creek a ways, and you see the cave that's indicated on the map.
Oh, yeah. What the hell, Hala? You've got a lot of explaining to do.
Well, what do you want me to explain? You ran off and did things that weren't brave. I stayed out and did things that were. We found ourselves here. Is that not explanation enough for you?
He'll just spit off the cart. Out of sheer frustration, just...
Look, what is it you want to know?
Was it worth it?
What worth it?
Almost dying to save that pale-haired pretty boy.
Well, it wasn't just to save Geralt. Things are bad. Things are really bad.
Things are bad everywhere. They've always been everywhere. That's the continent for you.
No, this summit at Lochmuin was different. Things are taking a dark turn.
Well, all the better that I'm getting myself and my friend here to Vergen.
Aye. Safe, probably for now. And I know how you value your safety. So, what's in this cave you had marked on your map? Is it a hidden treasure?
Rock troll.
A rock troll. Oh, wonderful. Well, we should definitely wake up your associates then, because there's no way that we're going to be able to handle that on our own.
Where it's just a diplomatic thing. I'm dropping off some booze. Is the booze still here?
If you mean that keg of rot gut that you got sitting in the cart, yes.
It won't rot his. Good. All right, wake up. We're almost there.
You two
Hey.
start to come out of it.
Yeah. What happened?
We didn't
Sorry.
die.
Sorry about that. Not the not dying part. The bit of inconvenience.
Why do I taste purple?
That's just side effect probably of the spells. Nothing to be too worried about.
All right.
Where's Michelle?
He's safe. He's with the bartender.
Right. The dwarf came out and grabbed him before I could take off. But I loaded you all into the cart, got you. Forge whatever you had marked on that map, this rock troll situation. Sorry for the inconvenience.
It's okay. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. My name is Hala. We weren't properly introduced.
I'm Era, the not mage.
Oh, so that wasn't you that lit the barn on fire.
No, it couldn't have been.
I see. And when you sleep, you always wind up looking 30 years younger.
Good to know.
And your elf got a name.
Caine.
It's a pleasure, Caine. I don't know if Cazamor has mentioned, but he and I go way back. So it was.
I look at Cazamor and I'm like,
So it was fortuitous that we ran into one another.
Yeah. Let's deal with this rock troll and get on our way to Vergen.
As you wish. What can I do to be of service?
Hopefully nothing, but if it comes to it, I'm sure that you can handle yourself with one of those Redanian swords. You still grabbed one?
Oh yeah.
Good.
She has two of them in the two empty scabbards on her back.
Are her eyes still all witchery?
No.
Okay.
They're but they are like bloodshot and swollen. Like, you can tell she's putting on brave face and whatnot, but, like, she's still not completely healed from whatever those potions and that magic did to her.
Might be a good idea to stay back and watch with a crossbow, so we have range support.
Oh, are you scared for my well-being? That's the sweetest thing ever.
Mostly, I'm just worried you'll drop the damn sword and get skewered.
I mean, I can handle myself if the need arises, but I'm happy to sit back and provide some cover in case you have to come running out with your tail between your legs.
Well, let's hope not.
She hops up into the cart, pulls out a crossbow, and just stares at you while she very slowly, like, cocks it.
Mm-hmm. Nice and slow. Anyway. All right, so the cave's right in front of us.
Yeah, basically.
Do either of you want to do it? I would prefer not to go inside. But
And what, are we going to draw them out?
hopefully with this, I'll try to lift up the keg.
Okay. You shouldn't have any issue. It's big, but it's not that big.
Set it on the ground and just. Is it like a what size keg is it? Like a big keg, like a party keg?
It's like a 50-gallon.
Oh damn! Okay, yeah, okay. So that's gonna be a lift with the knees type of thing.
It's heavy, but
okay.
you got a pretty high body, right?
Yeah, the 10. So
yeah, you can probably shoulder it and be all right.
All right, shoulder it and shall we? Oh, try not to light this on fire while I'm holding it, please.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Thank you.
You said not to light it, right?
I said not.
As you step in, you start to hear some kind of skittering noises from inside the cave. A little bit of sniffing and snorting.
They can hear us or smell us. I'd rather do this out here where we have an advantage, if it comes to it. Baub!
Hey!
Got your drink here.
Don't eat them. You're like... inside the cave.
Don't eat them. But that's certainly encouraging.
Right.
This big ass rock troll come around the corner. Hey, you're not the dwarf.
The dwarf soldiers set fire to his barn. He asked me to drop this off.
Soldiers mean.
Soldier's dead now.
Good.
Right.
Dead means soldier.
But friend with drink.
Drink good. He picks it up.
Yeah. Strong fella.
Yes. Both strong, both chief.
Heard that Bo was a good chief.
Both good
You know
chief.
anything about drowners?
Drowners. Water dead.
Yeah.
Water dead, wake up.
You went to the, was the innkeeper always the one who give you the drink? Or was it guy in big house?
Big house have drink. Innkeeper have drink. Little man, dwarf guy. Keep in. Big house more though.
You punch Big House.
Both mad.
Why mad?
Friend dead.
I'm sorry. Which friend?
Mayor.
Oh. Drowners.
Water dead.
We kill.
Oh.
He sleep well now.
Good. Oh, friend. He like reaches out to like hug you with one arm.
Bove,
good.
take care.
Bove need problem though.
Of course you do. Yes, Bove?
Hungry tribe. Mayor and Big House let tribe go to graveyards. Let tribe go to Tanner and take extra meat. Now Mayor and Big House gone where tribe eat.
Dwarf will figure out. Now, barkeeper.
Oh.
There are dead soldiers now, though.
Soldiers?
We're not going to use them.
Oh. Okay, eat dead soldiers. Don't eat barkeep.
No. Barkeep give you drinks.
Drink's good.
Drink's good.
He like rips the top off and just starts chugging.
Holy shit.
And you see these three kind of like waist high, almost skeletal undead creatures come running out from behind him and like jumping up at his back. And he says, "You get turned too." Takes another big sip.
They're drinking vodka.
They like vodka. Tribe like vodka. Sets it down, and they all like go up and like get a handful of it and scoop it to their mouths, and then start like and, like fall back into the cave.
So then I can learn a thing or two.
Don't know why they like make funny face and sound.
I'll go back and tell the innkeep to save the bodies for you.
Body's good.
Good to meet you, Balv.
Good meet you. What name?
Cazamor.
Kaz. More Kaz.
Lots Kaz.
More Kaz.
More vodka.
More vodka. He takes another swig.
Have a good day, Cat. Have a good day, Bao.
Have a good day, more Kaz.
I'll head back to the cart at that point, just kind of shrugging, like, that went surprisingly well.
Hala's just chuckling as she's watching you walk up.
I guess we should head back and tell the dwarf that we have a way to get rid of those bodies.
Yeah,
I feel like the dwarf is going to make us bring them here, but
He didn't pay for that.
that's true. That's very true.
Valid point. All right, well, why don't you just go ahead and sit down and rest your little heads, and I'll drive.
Don't mind if I do.
I guess at the end of the day, having devourers on, or having little undead on retainer like this isn't much different than keeping community pigs.
As long as they don't freak out and eat any of the living, I suppose it's probably fine, right?
Like I said, the same as pigs.
Indeed.
Like Era just looks at him like,
What? Pigs eat babies.
Do they?
I mean, if you leave them alone long enough.
Pigs will eat pretty much anything. That's true.
There are many, many medieval records that are like, child lost a pig in real life, by the way.
I don't feel so bad about not being a vegetarian anymore.
Yeah, pork's one of the ones you can kind of justify.
Oh,
As you
let
ride
me
out,
when we get back.
it's about half hour or so ride, and when you get back, you can see the smoke is pretty well cleared. The stables are burnt pretty bad, but the rest of the inn is basically okay. The Redanian soldiers are currently piled up basically outside of the pub under like a shitty drop cloth. And
Does the innkeep outside, inside?
Standing outside, talking to a couple of the townsfolk. Well, I guess we'll have to get digging.
There's actually probably a better way. A word?
Hey, walks over. What can I do for you, Master Witcher?
Bob enjoyed his drink. I told him that you're the new mayor.
Oh, well, I appreciate the confidence.
Now, you're the one with the beer and the vodka in vast quantities. For what's happening in the future, apparently the mayor used to let the tribe go wild around graveyards and things like that. You'll have to negotiate that with Bob. Both. You should start by giving him the Redanians. You won't have to dig a hole.
Oh, that sounds a little cold, doesn't it? I mean, don't you think we ought to say a few words or something first?
Sure, say a few words, but if the Redanians come through and look for the village that killed them, you can say that, oh no, a bunch of undead got them.
Hey, that's a good plan.
Yeah, even the remains will be in the cave if they really want to go clear it out. I don't envy anyone trying to get past that rock troll, though.
Hey, big boy, isn't he? Well, I'm not really a priest.
Funny enough, I have one right here.
Oh, well, in that case, if you'd like to, I don't know, do a little dance or something, I'll go pour us all a drink. Give him a nice proper dwarven funeral. And he walks away.
You don't expect me to actually do this, do you?
Do it in Elven and just kind of fake it.
Right.
Something about returning him to the land or some shit like that. Whatever they expect. I don't know. They're tourists.
Hopefully none of them speak Elven.
Oh. Most of them don't even speak common.
That's true. They don't have enough teeth.
Barkeep comes out and hands a glass to each of you.
So, oh, you're all already there. All right. I raise my my glass for a second, and in Elven, I say something along the lines of, "These guys were assholes. I don't really care where the fuck they go."
Very, very moving.
Make a performance check, please.
This is like high laugh. It's like doing a sermon in Gaelic, right? Like,
what is my?
I'm sorry if anyone actually speaks Gaelic.
I gotta check my. Where the
French
hell is
accent.
it on the sheet?
It's under empathy skills.
Empathy skills. Oh, okay.
Nice.
11.
It's close enough for horseshoes. The barkeep toasts you and says, "All right, I guess let's load them up onto the wagon then, yeah?"
All right, then our business is done here.
Huey, Dewey, Louie, come give me a hand, will ya? And 3 of the townsfolk come over and start lifting bodies into the back of the wagon. It only takes a few minutes to load them up. Any other business that you want to take care of in town?
Shall we go? I'm good to go.
I think we should be okay. Ugh. I crack my back.
All right. You return. Are you planning on taking the bodies in or just kind of leaving them outside?
I'll just dump them outside.
All right.
I'm not taking bodies into a cave. They can deal with that.
It doesn't take very long. Like,
Did we take anything off of them that they might have had?
Loot the bodies.
Did we
We're
loot
gonna-
their bodies?
It is our tradition as role players.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take swords and coins. Swords and coins.
Okay. Why don't each of you go ahead? There's 6 bodies. So I'll just have each of you make one check.
Sure.
Go ahead and roll. Let's do.
You know, there's a loot the body roll in this game, though. Like there's like probably a skill for it.
I mean, I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
The amount of death in this
Deduction.
game.
Let's do deduction, please.
Oh, nice.
Deduction.
Son of a.
So it's a D10 plus whatever our modifier is, right?
Plus, yeah.
Is it plus anything else or just plus deduction?
Plus your int.
Yeah.
Plus intelligence, right? 8.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Lucky that my intelligence and deduction are high.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're going through, Era, you find about 100 crowns in coin between them. You find one of them had a stashed dagger, like up their sleeve, that has like a spring release on it.
Excellent.
Caine, as you're going through, you find 110 crowns worth of coin, and you find that one of them still has like their identification, basically their deployment papers. So they're in a condition that if you needed to, say, have somebody impersonate a Redanian soldier, you could.
All right.
And then lastly, Cazamor, as you're going over it, you find 105 crowns worth of coins. And in addition to that, you find the discharge papers, but also a notice of orders from the Redanian king.
What does it say?
It says that a priority bounty has been placed on the head of the mage, Philippa Eilhart.
Interesting. Oh, that makes sense. Here. This probably is more useful in your hands. I'll give it to Era.
I take it and I look at it. Do I know who this person is?
Philippa Eilhart was one of the sort of main architects of the Mages Council.
Mm-hmm.
But more to the point, as far as you understand it, she had actually been serving as an advisor in Vergen.
That's where we're going.
Yes. Now, you were at. Clear up my memory. We discussed this. You were at the at Lochmuin when everything went down, right? Or did you just hear about it?
I think, from what I remember, yes, I was there.
Okay, so you would also know that Philippa had been imprisoned, and that she managed to basically teleport out. She escaped at the last minute. Geralt sprung her, and then she escaped.
So I will tell Cazamor. Philippa, I think she's an advisor in Vergen, but she was imprisoned and she managed to escape. Is she an advisor in Vergen now after she escaped, or was she before?
Before. She was an advisor to...
Okay, I'm going to say, I'm glad she is able to elude capture.
Interesting. That sounds like that means Redanian forces will probably be headed over to Vergen. Might not be this.
Seems likely.
Caine, is that still where you need to go?
I believe so.
All right, then we'll still be going.
It should be defensible, theoretically.
Theoretically? I've never been.
It is a walled city. It's not exactly the least safe place in Aedirn, but and my understanding is that, well, nothing understanding. They repelled several soldiers of the north that were trying to take it over not long ago, just before the summit at Lochmuin. So, can they hold off Redanians? I suppose it depends on how many Redanians get mobilized. What's that?
What happened at Lochmuin? Like the quick blow-by-blow.
The quick version is this. The kings of the north discovered that there had been a conspiracy among the Council of Mages to manipulate them, to try to, from the sound of what I understood, basically spark off a war with Nilfgaard. Directed by the Lodge of Sorcerers. When they got wind that they were being manipulated, they declared the Lodge of Sorcerers as traitors to the north, started burning everyone they could get their hands on. Everyone that wasn't immediately captured sort of broke camp in different directions. I got to the edge of the city with Triss and Geralt, but we were being followed. I knew that they wouldn't make it out without a distraction, so Triss cast that spell on me. I took Geralt's clothes and provided a distraction.
Are you going to come with us?
Well, my plan was to head back to Vergen.
Perfect. Well, no time like the present. Let's get going before the Redanians get there.
All right. You take off, heading that way. First you stop, you drop off the bodies. When you drop the bodies off, like as you're pulling up, The little undead are sort of sitting, right by the door of the cave, looking out. The minute you drop them off, they run out and start dragging them back into the cave. They seem to be relatively domesticated, things considered. Seems like Bove has a good handle on them.
Never would have thought.
And if there's nothing else, you will begin your ride up to Vergen. And if you don't mind, I'd like to take our 5 just a little early, if that's all right.
Yeah, totally.
So everybody who's watching, thank you for being here. Just go ahead and hang out. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. We're going to handle our biological and technological needs real quick.
They are the same.
They are the same. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Sorry for the little break there, but bodies have needs and whatnot. So, you had taken off heading toward Vergen, and you're a couple days ride away. It's not too difficult of a journey. Are you going to set up any sort of watch rhythm or anything along those lines? What's your plan for addressing this travel as you're heading that way?
I think we all agreed that we're going to have Michelle watch.
Beautiful.
Yep. That sounds good. Is Michelle in the car now?
Yes. We'll say Michelle is caught up with you and is riding with you.
Yeah, he can watch. He can do the watch. He can do the whole thing.
Excellent.
We're gonna die.
We're all going to die down here.
It's not impossible, I suppose.
We get for trusting a bard.
Then we'll see here. Okay. Is there anywhere in particular that you would like to try to set up? Like, is there a particular type of area you're looking for as you're trying to find somewhere safe to camp, or are you just kind of camping by the side of the road?
I think let's look for who has survival. Let me double check that before I say anything. Can I wilderness survival 1?
I have pretty high ranks in that.
Yeah, so you tell us where we're going. I got no idea.
Well, we'll see if I know, because my rolls have been pretty shitty, off and on. But that's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all. Yeah.
I absolutely will tell you where we're going.
Perfect.
You're able to find like a copse of trees that you can rest in relatively easily. Doesn't appear to be any evidence of immediate creatures, though you can tell there are some sort of rather large insectoid creatures that you see signs of them having moved through the area. You want to give me a Witcher training roll there, Cazamor?
Yes, I do. Let's see. I just gotta remember. Witcher training is what's that? That goes under intellect, right? I believe it does.
I do believe so.
Okay. So, 1 sec. Bam. 22.
Excellent. You do know that Andraga are native to this area.
Well, if we want to stop here, there looks like there could be some Andraga. Big bug things.
So, fire. And
Yeah, fire.
I
Yeah.
got this.
They are gross suckers. So what you would know is they're technically insects in the same way the lion is a cat.
Alright.
Yeah, they do sometimes, well, they often pack up into large groups. And they can pounce about 4 meters from a standing start. They're immune to poisons and resistant to slashing weapons.
I don't like any of those things. And about as intelligent as a dog.
Yep.
Good to know. I think we should probably be fine. We'll just set up camp, make a big fire.
All right. You get your camp going. With the wilderness survival roll, it should be no problem. Anything that you're doing throughout the night while you're, aside from just getting some sleep?
Is there anything nearby here, I guess? Can I poke around the area looking for, like, just within sight of the fire, looking for some, like, components?
Yeah, you can kind of forage if you'd like.
So it's a foraging roll itself, right? Like, foraging is a skill?
I do believe there is.
That's forgery. Or
I
is it
believe
wilderness survival?
Wilderness survival, or I think alchemy is just used for the actual preparation.
Yeah, I'm just... That's not how you spell foraging, Kelly. Foraging, 51. Oh, it's probably just part of...
Looks like wilderness survival used to forage. Yep.
Cool. Then I will do that. Nope, that's not what I would have to that. That would be boom. Oh God.
Okay.
I find my ass. It's attached to me, and then it's not. Oh no. I've lost it.
Yeah, nothing of apparent. Oh,
Excuse me.
bless you. You do find some fool's parsley.
It's parsley. I'll take it because I think it's parsley with that roll.
So you can mark down that you have fool's parsley in your components.
Okay.
Other than that, it's a relatively uneventful night. You wake the next morning, hit the road. Right around sundown, you start coming up to the walls of Vergen. The forest is relatively thick around Vergen, sort of compressing you in onto the road itself. The trees getting closer and closer and denser and denser. At about a kilometer outside, you can see up in the trees several sort of makeshift rope bridges, huts, but they don't look like permanent settlements so much as things that were sort of hastily cast together. And you can catch kind of movement out of the corner of your eye as you're looking up that way. Let's have each of you just give me like a straight up, I guess this would be deduction. Let me see.
Awareness?
Awareness. There we go.
There's a 12.
There's a 17.
Oof, I botched it.
You
All
found
right.
my parsley.
Yeah. It's like, is that parsley?
Ooh,
It's
parsley.
delicious. Have some. What does fool's parsley taste like? Now I gotta Google this.
Trash would be my guess.
Oh, it's related to hemlock. That's fun.
I believe Socrates said it best when he said, "I drink what?" All right. Strangely enough, Caine and Cazamor, you both notice among that movement up in the trees, you see at least 4 Scoia'tael kind of moving about on those rope bridges and the branches of the trees above.
You see that?
Are you asking if my elf eyes saw that?
Do your L5s see the other elves?
Oh, yes. Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm. Next, you're going to ask if I wanted to toss the innkeeper. Nobody tosses an innkeeper.
Are you sure? Oh,
No, I'm not going to. He looked pretty heavy.
you don't want to do like a cannonball special or something?
A what? Do we have cannons? I don't actually know if we have cannons.
There are cannons, yes.
Okay.
And as you're riding along, you do notice that 2 of them are kind of pacing you in the trees.
This is all you.
Are you sure?
I mean, you're literally an elf.
Yes, but oh, well, all right. Hi.
God damn it. God damn it. That's what we're doing. Okay.
I'm like, who are you talking to?
2 of them
No.
drop down into the road in front of you.
Those 2. They've been following us.
Their weapons are not drawn, but one, there's a man and a woman. The woman has her hand on the hilt of her sword.
Ah, my people.
The man steps forward.
I slap Cazamor on the ass. Your turn.
I'll do. I'll. What?
Well, I got them down here.
Greetings, travelers. What brings you along the road to Vergen?
Vergen. Sorry.
I suppose I walked into that, didn't I?
Sorry.
What is happening?
Welcome to the comedy portion of the show.
What's your business in Vergen? You'll have to forgive my caution. You're unfamiliar to me.
We are humble travelers.
I
Seeking
see.
rest. I'm a witcher. I'm looking for work. This is my manservant.
No, not.
Oh, sorry. My husband. Same thing.
I see.
No, wait, no.
Look, you smacked my ass. You're going to deal with this.
And
It was a confidence boost. I
It
saw it
was,
somewhere.
it was a confidence boost. I'm fairly confident in my glutes, all right?
So
I do
he's
squats.
he's saying that's
Hala leans over
that's
to
Lyria's ass.
Hala leans over to Era and says he does have the second nicest ass in the
Oh, shut
Food of
up.
the Wolf.
Just because you were literally in his pants doesn't mean I want to know that you were in his pants.
He was a perfect gentleman.
Wait, we've never met.
The Scoia'tael steps forward and says, "You are of the same school as Gwynblade, yes?"
Yes, but better and handsomer. I'm taller.
I don't think you're tall.
I
But he led the other two players. Like, yeah, handsomer and better, but not taller.
I'm not taller. 2 out of 3 isn't bad, I suppose.
Says you'll have to forgive caution. As you may be aware, Vergen has recently repelled a siege, and it has fallen to the Scoia'tael to act as first point guard on the outside to keep anyone else from coming in.
That's
With
very
ill
altruistic
intent.
of you.
They have brokered a peace deal. It seems that Vergen is a utopia, a melting pot where all the peoples of the north can come for to live freely so long as they pledge to defend her walls.
Well, does that sound like the type of place that you 3 would want to be?
It does.
Alice says, I've sworn that I would stand in service of Vergen. My sword is pledged to Saskia.
All right, Caine. This is your place, then.
Well then.
I would do a PSO.
Then these 3 are going to walk the walls and do what they can to defend the city.
And you're not going with them, Master Witcher?
I'll go with them, but I do my work in a different way.
Well, I'm certain there's plenty of Witcher's work left. Our last Witcher that was here left in quite the hurry.
Who was that?
Gerald.
Ah, okay. I thought it was a good Witcher.
He laughs and leaps back up into the trees. The woman sort of just nods and jumps into the trees as well.
You know, that's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah. Watch, I'll do it, and then I'll be right back. And I just don't move.
Why can't you move that fast when we need it?
Hala,
not enough trees around.
Hala takes off driving again, pulls you up to the city gates. The city gates open. And you do see, like the path leading up to the gates has walls on either side of it, and then wraps into the larger circular city wall. The walls on either side of it have cauldrons about every 20 feet that are currently heating pitch. The gates are currently standing open, and you see there are 2 humans, 2 dwarves, and 2 elves, like standing at the gate, armed, armored, serving as a standing guard. But when you enter, they simply nod to you.
Seems like we're not having any trouble getting in.
The town is relatively bustling, and you can see right now there are people moving about. There seems to be a lot of construction happening. A lot of people, looks like more like repair. Like there's huts and some of the even like businesses. You'll see like there's been holes knocked in a few of the walls, some fire damage. People are boarding things up and replacing boards and painting. There's some stones have been knocked off some of the bridge work. And Vergen is built on levels, almost in like an Edinburgh type construction. So like when you first get into the city, there's a road that sort of goes up the next level, and then another path that goes down. You can see a pub down at the bottom with buildings on either side. There's a citadel that looks like it's kind of centrally located that the upper road leads.
Where to now?
Hala says, well, I would like to meet with Saskia. But you don't need to accompany me if you don't wish to. I understand you want to stay out of any political entanglements and whatnot. I'm sure they have a nice, safe bed for you at the inn. Maybe you can get some work stabbing drowners.
Caine, where are you headed?
I am thinking about that. I had notes, and I'm looking for them now. I forgot that I actually had them.
There.
What's that? I thought you said something, Kelly, sir.
No, I'm just thinking.
You're just gurring.
He's kind of grumbling. You know, the usual.
He's biding time while my notes load.
I'm vamping. And what about you, Era? What's your plan from here?
It's safe here, right, for mages so
Yes.
far. I'm probably going to try and just kind of like stick around with you guys, whatever you do, but be on the lookout for other mages that I might have known from before.
Well, it would appear that I have reached my destination and my final goal. My notes literally are say to arrive here.
Yeah, I think if I recall properly, you were just coming here because it was safe.
Yeah, I believe that was what it was. The only like definitive note that I had was to meet our mage at the tavern in Ashburn. So I have now fulfilled my entire quest. I disappear. So a new
Hala says, you're all welcome to join me to speak with Saskia if you'd like.
I'd be interested in that.
Who is this person?
The Virgin of Ader, and you're not familiar with her?
Oh, that Virgin of Ader.
Oh, that one.
Yes, as opposed to all the others.
It's been a long time since I've met a virgin. Let's go.
Well, I mean, how long was Geralt here? Might not be a virgin anymore.
You make your way up to the citadel.
Not even responded. I'm just like looking. Oh, look, a fountain. What a nice fountain that is.
You make your way up to the citadel. There are guards there, but as soon as you arrive at the citadel's doors, they seem to recognize Hala at least and let you through. You're escorted up into a dining hall. They tell you to go ahead and have a seat. Servants bring out some food and wine. And they tell you that Saskia will be along shortly. Only takes her a couple minutes to come in. She comes in, this red-haired woman, probably about 6 feet tall, wearing plate armor. And looking worse for the wear. She looks not only mildly injured, and she's definitely favoring her right side when she walks, but also just exhausted. She looks like she's been awake for. Says, "Oh, good, a Witcher and a Mage. Just what I wanted to see." It's
sarcasm?
That was sarcasm. What?
Well, if it's any consolation, I am neither of those things.
A small one.
I think she likes me.
Hala, thank you for coming. What news have you of Geralt's whereabouts? Alice says, none. He and Marigold took off. He nods. That fits. And yet we have another Witcher of the School of the Wolf here.
Runner up, I suppose.
Something along those lines. Perhaps you can help me. I am in the midst of trying to create a safe haven here. Obviously, we have plenty of Witcher work around, but there's something else I could use your wisdom on.
Go on.
And this relates in part to the mage Philippa Eilhart.
That immediately perks my interest.
You see, she used her magical abilities to compel fashion I don't quite appreciate. Now I'm told Geralt broke the spell, and I feel like I have control of myself. But I wish to make sure that my faculties are my own, and, if possible, prevent her from returning here and wreaking. Now, my understanding is that a price has been laid upon her head by all the kings of the north. So I do fear that she might try to sneak in here.
How can I help with that? I'm not a mage.
You're not, but your associate there is. Unless she is Philippa.
No.
You're not? I don't think
How
she is.
can I be of service?
Can you tell if I am under any enchantments or spells?
Can I?
Oh, you can make a magical training check.
Magical training check? That's a D10 plus my defining skill.
Yep, and
Is
I
anything
think it goes
else?
off of int. It goes off intellect, right?
Yeah. 14.
You're looking her over, and you don't see any signs of current enchantment, any signs of being under the effects of any potion, anything along those lines. You do notice, however, there's an area on her face where her face's wound is that doesn't look natural. It looks a little off, odd to you, but it's nothing that you've encountered before. You're not sure if it's magical or maybe it's poison. Maybe it's a natural element that the Druid might know about. Maybe it's something that the Witcher would recognize.
I'm going to confer with my colleagues and I kind of huddle. I was like, do you guys see that there's something weird where the wound on her face is, right?
It's almost like a discoloration inside the wound.
I'm one to talk, right? But do you see anything? It looks off, right?
What did that to your face?
It was an axe, actually. Go ahead and make a Witcher training check if you'd like. And if you wanted to make your, what is the priest's skill?
Bam, 19.
Damn.
Looks like it would be something to do with like just a first aid check, to be honest.
Oh, you can make a first aid check, but I was gonna say your special skill for being a druid.
Oh, initiative of the gods.
Yeah, you can make an initiative of the gods check if you want.
And I have nature's attunement, which that's way at the bottom. Hold on. That's just solely has to do with nature stuff. Like I can auto find plants and stuff. So yeah, I can definitely do the like the first aid check to just see what's going on there.
Go ahead and give it a look.
All right. This is actually going to be a very high check.
20, yeah. Yeah, as near as you can tell, she got hit in the face, like right outside the like, what is that? The occipital bone right here, with like a hatchet that probably had like a pock mark in it, like the blade had started to be cracked or even chipped. But yeah, but the discoloration of the skin underneath almost looks like there's some sort of something different about the muscle. It doesn't quite look like it's infected so much as just not the color you would expect. And a 19 on your Witcher training, Cazamor. Those are dragon scales.
Like where? Like around the
like
wound?
under her, like where the muscle is exposed from the wound.
What do you think? Ointment?
You must be saying something different than what I am.
I'm not a medical professional or a priest.
God damn it! What the fuck are you saying?
He says it's merely a wound. I'm not concerned about the wound. I'm concerned about curses.
And you got hit with an axe, and I guess it dragged across your face.
A bit, yes.
That sounds unfortunate. I hate when a wound like that drags on and on.
Yes, it was a rather heated battle when we repelled the Redanians. Is there a point to this?
Why are you emphasizing dragging so much?
Because she has dragon skin under her skin. Are you a dragon?
Wait.
She stands up. As you know, your predecessor had a bit more couth.
There's only 5 of us in the room right now, and all of us are in on it as well. Also, my predecessor,
I pat him on the shoulder like a there.
I swear you just said Mentos and the commercial popped in my head.
She says, well, I guess you've found my secret.
That you were cursed and we can cure it. Absolutely.
Am I bearing any magic from Philippus?
Not as far as I can tell.
Good. Yes, I am a dragon.
It makes sense. The emphasis on the dragging.
So are you hoarding people here? Is that the deal, or
No.
No.
Nothing of the sort. I'm trying to help people. I want this place to be everything that I've promised. But Philippa compelled me, used my abilities against me, or against the people of Lochmuin, I guess I should say. Like, you recall a whole bunch of shit catching on fire at Lochmuin, but you didn't realize that it was because there was a dragon flying around lighting fire. I was further compelled to attack other kingdoms by Philippa. She had me under her spell for some time. I was told that Geralt had broken it, but one can't be too careful. I could use someone of your perceptive nature and talents here, keeping this place safe. Long enough for us to build what I see this place can be.
How long will that take?
Hard to say. Months, maybe? We have ample coin in the treasury if that's what you need.
That will help.
But I also have a conundrum. You are all wise folk of the world. And the shock that is my true nature is enough to give you pause. Many of the people here are common workers, just folk. I don't know. I'm at an impasse. I don't know if I should approach them with honesty or if I should continue this charade.
Why not both?
What do you mean?
Give them a half-truth. Easier to swallow. Tell them you have a dragon under your control that you can summon at will. That the dragon belongs to you and is under your control.
You think they'll believe that?
I mean, you can prove it. Turn into a dragon and be pleasant, hand out candies or something. I don't know what you could if it's an easy lie to pivot from later if you have to.
It's not like I can be there if I turn into a dragon. This form.
I can turn into this version of you, and you can turn into a dragon, and it will be both of you in the same place, and nobody will think the other way.
You'd be willing to do that?
I would like to live here and be free to be myself. So yes, absolutely.
Do either of you have objection or advice with this?
None that I can think of that would be helpful.
Allah.
Because I have sworn my sword to Saskia. It matters little to me, her true form. I know her heart is true.
A lot of people coming into this town are going to have a lot of coin, and a lot of that coin is going to need to be spent on things like making sure there aren't any necroids or drowners or things like that around here.
It is a nice place if someone wanted to set up an enterprise.
Mm-hmm. I'll do it for some starting capital. Or a house.
What say you to a cottage, and we'll say 5,000 crowns starting capital?
Welcome to Witcher Incorporated.
Very well. Well then, I guess the only thing left to do then is to address this issue with the public. I'm not much of a storyteller. Do any of you have an idea how we might breach this?
We have a bard, but he's pretty quiet right now. I think he bit his tongue during a fight.
He says, I got a great idea, and passes out, and you realize that he's got 2 water skins full of that, well, now empty, of that vodka.
He's going to be shitting himself for a month.
And I thought I drank a lot.
You do. Don't sell yourself short.
I appreciate that. I needed that confidence boost. Really, I did.
You're going to need that when you're in front of everyone speaking.
I don't feel well.
It's just stage fright. It'll get better when you're in front of everyone.
No. I have to use the yeah.
He's jumped to the trees.
She says, I can call a meeting at the town square. Perhaps you would impersonate me and make the announcement, and then I would come?
Yes, that sounds like a plan.
Oh, you should totally say that I'm the one that tamed the dragon for you.
Would
That's
you
ridiculous.
If she's okay with it.
Would you support that?
That's ridiculous. The business alone would be wonderful. Besides, Geralt can suck it.
That's fair.
Wow.
So should I say that I hired a witcher to tame a dragon for me and it's now under my control?
That sounds great.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
And there's
Grand.
And go ahead and add that I kept the Witcher alive so he could do so.
Oh, it's true. I used, it was the Witcher and Elven magic. Or Elven, whatever. Chicanery. What do you say that you do? I thought you were shitting, by the way. I'm so glad you're feeling better.
Only slightly.
So do I have to
Ancient Elven techniques.
ancient Elven techniques?
Elven wisdom.
Ancient Elvish secret, huh? It's these stains.
I love
Good
it.
God.
All right, so let's set it up. What spell will you be using to look like?
Disguise?
Okay. You have a page number for that by chance?
It's not really a spell, it's a skill.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're not gonna use magic, you're just gonna straight up disguise yourself.
Yeah. I don't have any spells for that,
Okay.
but I'm pretty good at disguise.
All right. Go ahead and give me a disguise check if you don't.
I'm afraid to press enter. Like I'm gonna look like
You.
17? 14.
14, not bad. Excellent. And are you going to do anything to assist with like setting the stage?
Can you add a +2 to that? Because I'm gonna use my makeup kit.
Oh, sure. Yeah. That becomes a 16.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna do a Glamour Spell.
All right. And what does the glamour do?
It has a +3 seduction, charisma, and leadership.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna, it lasts 1d6 hours.
All right.
So 4 hours.
Beautiful. And is there any sort of actions besides simply lending your word to this that that Cazamor or Caine would like to engage in?
Do you wanna? Well, I mean, we have to deliver the dragon, don't we?
You do have to deliver the dragon, yes. She
How
says,
do you
"I can
fit-
absolutely." What's that?
You can absolutely. You can absolutely.
I can absolutely make that happen.
Do you have a saddle or something, or should I bring a blanket and a rope?
Saddle. Just ride bareback.
How many times have you heard that in your life?
She's a virgin. I'm sorry. That's right, Geralt. Suck it. I'm going bareback with a dragon. God damn. Sorry to bring.
I love it.
Oh God.
And is Caine going to do anything to sort of add to this field of deception? Any, I don't know if you have any invocations or anything that you can do that would help, or rituals, or any of that stuff.
No, not really.
Okay.
About the only thing that I have is a hex that would make people see weird things, and that's it. But
That's probably
but it's like shadows and
right.
silhouettes.
It's like disturbing shit. Like
yeah. Like I don't have anything for
That's fine.
this.
We'll have you contribute by adding a deception roll. So you and Saskia walk outside of the city. Get into a secluded area where she takes her full draconic form.
Wow.
She spins her tail around to you, lowers it.
My lady.
You climb on.
I
will bow and mount her gently. There's no other way to say it. Like, I'm sorry.
Jack Black would be proud.
I could use an empathy skill to inspire leadership, basically.
Yeah.
That is something that I can do.
Yeah, give it a shot. Let's see what you got.
16.
Beautiful. So that's basically to just kind of talk up Era before she goes out and gives her speech.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, excellent. So Era, you step out. You've called the meeting. The townsfolk are sort of gathered in the square. What would you like to say to them?
I will do my best to impersonate Saskia's kind of like regalness and just poise, and they'll be like, my friends, I have hired as a witcher to tame a dragon so that we may win our future battles against the wicked that seek to destroy our peace.
All right, go ahead and give me a performance check if you don't mind. About that time, the dragon comes flying over with Cazamor on her back.
I'm going to hold on like as regally as possible, but also I just don't want to die.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have like what's the riding skill?
Oh my god. It's ride. And
Yeah.
it's... Where is it?
The
It's
reflex.
the reflex. Oh, I've got like a base 13 on this. Yeah, let's do this.
Can I
Let's
add
not-
charisma to my roll too?
Yes.
Ooh, natural
Keep it-
10.
Keep it rolling because that's a crit. So roll again. Nice. The 27 or 26. Yeah.
Mhm.
Not-
Eh. All right, so 21.
And you fly over looking very regal as the dragon kind of swoops down over the crowd, then lands and like nuzzles. There's like a mother holding her child, and she like nuzzles the child and smiles at everyone, and the crowd's like, "Yay!" Everybody cheers.
Fear not. She has been tamed by me. And as per...
Cazamor of Lyria.
Yeah, Cazamor of what was I from Lyria? Lyria probably. And as per our agreement, she will guard this city
There's
from above, as I will guard it from the streets.
there's cheering and
From
rejoicing.
From below. From
From below means I'm in the sewers. There's probably there's a drainage ditch right over there, Caine.
That's where I
Bar.
shit.
There's there's much rejoicing. She flies off with you and takes you back out into the woods. And when you land back outside of town, she says, "Thank you. I look forward to seeing what the future holds. This was a very important conundrum to solve, and I greatly appreciate your hand in doing so."
It's no problem at all.
And she begins leading you back inside. And I think, unless there's anything else that you all want to do to wrap this story up, now that you've all got you've come to your safe place, you've resolved the issues, the quests are complete. Is there anything else that you want to address?
No, I think I'm good. I'm gonna set up a shop like a PI and like have like Witcher Enterprises type of thing.
Have a like little wood plaque out front with a wolf's head carved into it.
Damn straight. It'll be like a black wolf or a silver. It won't be a white wolf though.
Paint it any color, doesn't matter, not
Just
white.
any color. What color was the dragon? What color was the dragon?
The dragon's green.
Green? Yeah, it'll be green.
Excellent.
Well, he's setting up his shop. I kind of go up to him and, you're not going to stay alive very long out there without me.
Are you trying to be my girl Friday?
What the fuck does that mean?
You want to be my secretary?
No, more like a business partner.
I already cleared a cubby for you.
All right, I'm going to go get laid now.
No shit, me too.
I'm
tired of
High
nailing this
five.
sign. High five. Just
You have ample coinage to procure companionship. That's not a problem.
toss a coin to your brothel.
Well, see, we had 5,000 crowns to start the business, but then we went to the brothel. Now I have about 350.
Dragon leans down and is like, I'm gonna need about 350.
I need about 350.
Oh god
All
damn it.
right. Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns about today's game? Oh, by the way, before we get into that, if you're in the chat and you're active, just say hi in there because I'm going to randomly pick somebody to give away a PDF if there are people in there to pick. Yeah, so questions, comments, complaints, concerns about the session, about the story, about
We
the overall.
didn't die.
We didn't die.
We didn't die.
I'm sad our bird wasn't here to go and make that speech though. That would have been good.
Would have been cool, yeah. Unfortunately, But sometimes you write a scene around a character, and then real life intervenes.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
just do want to send much love Zach's way. Hopefully everything's good. He had a bit of an emergency, so wasn't able to attend. So yeah, any final thoughts on the story, the setting, the system? Let's start off with Caine. Any thoughts? Stuff you want to share?
I had fun. I can definitely say that the once you understand the system, it's a lot easier to just play. And,
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Like once you get it
mhm.
rocking and rolling.
At the beginning, we were all kind of like, "Wait, what's this? What's that? Oh no, I don't know what does this." And it's just like, I know everything now.
Yeah, I mean
So,
it's well, and it's. I'm not saying that the system doesn't have its crunch because it certainly does, but
mhm.
the core engine is very straightforward and simplistic, and once you get that down, finding those crunchy bits and working them in are pretty.
Mhm.
How about
I would definitely play again.
Yeah.
well, we will have to do that. Kelly, how about you? Any final thoughts on the game, the story, the system, any of that stuff?
I thought it was really good. I think you ran a fun game, and as far as the system's concerned, I've never played a game that felt that close to a video game before. Like they really translated that well. I think the alchemy system would be good if I had a printout of things, so it'd be easier to cross-reference.
Yes.
But the combat's really ferocious. The world's great, and I love the way that this company designs games between this and Cyberpunk. Like they really nail what they're going for. And I had a lot of fun.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it, and I had a blast having you here as well. Milena, how about you?
It's very different from D&D and from other games that we've played together, but I really like it. And it's what they said. It's like it's hard to get started and create a character in the beginning. That takes a while, but then once you're in character, it's really worth it. And I like that the damage is like random and it was like, oh, it's the arm or the leg or the face. And that was really cool. And I really liked it. I love the story.
Rock and roll. Well, I'm glad to hear you had a good time. I'm glad to have had you here. I really did have a blast, and I do think that the system is a lot of fun. I see myself running some more of this. Just a couple things. If you are checking this out, WitcherCon is tomorrow. It's going to be hosted on Twitch. Make sure you check that out because there's going to be a bunch of stuff about season 2. I don't know if you've seen any of the trailers for season 2, but it looks badass and Siri is amazing in it, and it's super cool. And yeah, I will be back here. I think. Well, let's say our goodbyes. I suppose. I guess I have a winner to pick in the chat, and looks like it's Trizelta. Shoot me a DM with your contact information, and I'll get you a PDF. So, by all means, let's get you a copy of the Witcher RPG. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, let's do our outros. Let's start this time with Era. Tell us who you are, what you do, your pronouns, who you're playing, their pronouns, and where we can find you.
Okay. I'm Milena. I play Era, both she, her. Era was a mage who was just trying to get to Vergen to be able to be a mage again because people are against mages. And in real life, I'm a comic book artist, illustrator from Chicagoland. I drew the token characters for this stream and some characters for the other streams we're in on Wednesday nights. And yeah, I have fun. I'm taking a bit of a social media hiatus right now, but you can find me everywhere just as Milena Deneno, MILENADENENO. And that's me.
Excellent. Next up, Cazamor of Lyria. Please give us your pertinent.
Hey everybody, I'm Kelly Clark, you see in him, and I'm the host and storyteller over at twitch.tv/dorktales, also on YouTube and on podcasts, where you find your podcasts, or or any of that noise. I'm a writer, creator, and amateur voice actor, and sometimes college professor when college actually exists, when there's not a pandemic. You can find me pretty much anywhere Dork Tales is, and if you want to see my social media, that's probably the best place, because I never check my own Twitter because I'm awful. I had a great time playing Cazamor of Lyria, the gruff-voiced, Geralt-hating Witcher from the Wolf School, and this was a hell of a lot of fun.
It was also a great deal of fun playing your bitter and shitty ex. Thank you.
I
for giving
know,
me the
she's so
opportunity.
good. She's so good.
Excellent. Well, thank you. I'm glad you liked the character. I thought it was a couple of fun twists. And then last but most certainly not least, Caine of Korvir, give us your pertinence.
All right, I am Matches. I played Caine of Korvir, Elven priest that loved to drink. I am the co-founder of Second Wind Games. Hopefully here in the next year we'll be back up and running and everything with it. Currently just working on developing some stuff, so you can find me whatever it says on my thing.
Excellent.
I think that's my Twitter.
That is your Twitter. Might
So,
be Insta too. I don't know. It could be.
Nope, it's not my Insta. It's different. But yeah, below that guy on Twitter, then X Matches X Malone X on Instagram, and then Matches X Malone on Twitch.
Okay, cool. Rock and roll. And I guess that leaves me, huh? So I am Travis Legg. Pronouns are he, him. I run games here. When I'm not running games here, I'm over at twitch.tv/The Onyx Path, where I'm also the Twitch coordinator and the Scarred Lands developer, and I do some freelance writing and development on other lines. I will be back next on stream. I'm not sure. I think I have no streams next week, actually, as I'm taking downtime. We just wrapped up Scarred Lands Family Affair. That has had its finale. We just wrapped up Extreme Drowis last night, Big Sads, but season 2 is now done. You'll be able to catch up on all those if you head over to my Patreon, patreon.com/Travis Legg. If you subscribe to this channel, you can watch the VODs right away. Otherwise, I think there's a week delay or something like that. And I will be back here. So next Thursday, we have no game. The Thursday after, we will be returning with different crew, and we'll be playing Odysseys and Overlords. And keep your eyes on my social media at Travis Legg pretty much everywhere, because we have a whole bunch of new programming that we're going to be announcing very soon. Thank you all so much, both the audience for watching, the players for being here. I had a riot checking this out. Big thank you to Talsorian Games for sponsoring this, for letting us give away a PDF. Congratulations to Trizalta for winning. And if you didn't win, head to your local game store and ask them for a copy of the Witcher RPG, because it's super fun.
It is.
In the meantime, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you again real soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.